All right, welcome to the April 24th, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission. We'll call this meeting to order at 9:32. And we'll, Rosalie, roll call, please.
Commissioner Dan Zeisen. Commissioner Finter.
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez.
Here.
Commissioner Lawrence. Commissioner Layton.
Here.
Commissioner Millhaven.
Here.
Commissioner Toma.
Here.
Vice Chair Curley. Chairman Lindblom.
Here.
Chairman, we have a quorum.
Wonderful. We'll go ahead and read these announcements. This meeting has been noticed in accordance with open meeting law under Arizona Revised Statute Section 38-431. Agendas are available within 24 hours of each meeting in the Maricopa County Planning and Development Office and are also available on the Planning and Development website 1 week prior to hearing at www.maricopa.gov/planning. The staff reports prepared for each agenda item shall become a part of the permanent record for each case. With respect to the hearing process, cases will be considered in the order they appear on the agenda unless otherwise agreed to by the commission. For each case, the applicant will be given a set amount of time to present. Anyone wishing to speak on a particular case shall fill out a speaker's card for in-person attendance or raise your hand within GoToWebinar. The amount of time allowed for speaking shall be at the discretion of the commission chair. Staff will provide the chairman with the names of persons who have registered and noted desire to comment, and those registered participants who have raised their hand. The chairman will call on each named participant one at a time. The chairman will conduct the hybrid in-person and virtual public hearing according to the bylaws and according to the rules established by the chairman regarding public comment. Votes will be done by roll call vote only, and the chairman will verbally identify the specific members responsible for all motions and seconds. And then just a reminder, to the commissioners, if you could identify yourselves before speaking on any items for those listening, that will help as we're doing minutes for the meetings, and the chair will identify who makes a first and second on all motions. So that'll help keep our minutes accurate.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
It's Warren Whitney. I think I missed getting my unmute when roll call was happening.
Okay, perfect. So Rosalie, you got that?
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. We will look, I guess, minutes for the March 20th hearing. Are there any comments from the commissioners on any corrections or? All right, hearing none, we'll go ahead and those minutes are approved. And then Mr. Gerard, I'll let you kind of tell us some of the changes on the agenda.
Mr. Chair, the agenda can remain in the order we have it. There's
Okay.
3 consent items, and then the 2 regular discussion items. They both have requests for continuance that are before you. Agenda item 4 is requesting an indefinite continuance. That's Wrangler's Roost, SU 24007, and then Z 240006. The Gold Hawk at the Preserve is requesting continuance to May 8th.
Okay, so we'll keep it in order, but let's go ahead and jump into the consent agenda then.
Certainly. There are 3 consent items, and I'll read those into the record quickly in case you have questions. They are Z 23060, known as Peakview in District 4. This is zone change to R135 RUPD for 40 acres, generally located on the east side of 235th Avenue, north of Patton Road in the Whitman area. I'll note the RUPD simply narrows the minimum lot width to 130 feet from 145. I'll also note that this 40 acres is part of a 160 acre parent parcel. The eastern 120 acres is proposed for future industrial. Luke Air Force Base has some concerns with that aspect when it comes before you. So there may be discussion at that time. The eastern boundary of this rezone forms the 65 decibel noise contour. There's no known opposition to the R135 RUPD rezoning. The recommendation in paragraph 13 is for approval, subject conditions A through H. The second item is SU 240020, known as McNeil RV and Boat Storage in District 2. This is a special use permit for an outdoor storage facility of vehicles in the Rural 43 zoning district on a 1 acre site south of the southwest corner of Erie Street and Meridian in the Mesa area. There's no known opposition. The recommendation in paragraph 14 is for approval, subject to conditions A through L. And finally, Z 250005, known as Modular Solutions in District 5. This is a zone change to Industrial 2 for a 3.9 acre site north of the northeast corner of 43rd Avenue and Sunland Avenue in South Phoenix. The intended use is an industrial storage yard. There's no known opposition. There is some registered support. The recommendation in paragraph 14 is for approval, subject to conditions A through J, and I'm happy to try and answer any questions.
All right, are there any questions by the commission for staff at this time? Hearing none, I don't have anyone interested in speaking that I am aware of. Rachel, you don't have anyone as well, correct?
Chairman, that is correct. I don't have any raised hands.
If there's no public interest, we'll close public forum. Does the commission have any discussion they'd like to make on these? Or?
I would.
All right.
I see in the Peak View application that part of the conditions is that they're supposed to have a will serve letter from Liberty Utilities.
Yes.
Okay, I find it very unusual that they come to us to ask for a rezoning request without a will serve letter.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Layden, we will often have rezones where they don't have the service available at the immediate time, but they identify where their service is going to come from, and we require them to have it before we administratively approve subdivision plats.
Okay, because I don't believe that Liberty Utilities has a 100-year assured water supply for that subdivision.
Mr.
That's
Chairman.
who they say they're going to get their water.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Layden, that will be a requirement. It's a statutory requirement prior to final subdivision plat.
Okay, and I had another question. Is that okay?
Yeah, you can ask
Okay,
your
sure,
question.
thanks.
Go for it.
2/3 of this lot is in flood. And yet one of the floodplain, the bottom southwest corner is in floodway. So obviously they can't do anything there. But one of the conditions of the county is that the future development, the people who buy there can't be affected by an encumbrance of flood insurance and all that. And I don't see how that could happen.
Well, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Layden, we do not have a subdivision proposal before us at this time. We don't know what the layouts are going to be. I'm assuming the reason for the narrower lot widths is so lots can be clustered in certain areas, but this is the same encumbrance they would have whether it's R135 or Rural 43. They're going to be the subdivision plat would be subject to the same floodplain requirements.
Okay. And then the fact that Luke is not happy with this. What do we as commissioners do with that?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Layden, Luke is not happy with industrial potential to the east. They've not specifically commented on the R135 to the west. Their letter is very specific that they're opposed to they're proposed to broad industrial without specifying uses in the area that's under their high noise and accident potential zone, which is east of the boundary of this rezone.
Okay.
You're done. Would you like the applicant to come up and talk on some of those issues?
If they'd like to.
Would you like to? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
Mr. Chair, members of the commission, Wendy Riddell with the law firm Barry Riddell 6750. It's always dangerous to invite a lawyer up to the dais, I know, but I will try to be quick. We do actually have.
I don't think your microphone.
Oh, you might have to just get closer. I can be a bit louder too. We do actually have a will serve letter from Liberty to address that concern. Mr. Gerard is correct on the drainage issues. That's something we're addressing through the subdivision process. And Luke, I can tell you, we've had conversations with Luke about this piece. They have no objection to R135. He's correct. Part of the reason we don't have the industrial here in front of you right now is Luke wants to see a specific user. But again, they have no objection to what we're processing here before you today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other comments or questions from the commission? And could the commission hear Wendy Rydell when she was talking?
Yes, Commissioner Toma, we could.
Okay. Okay, great. I just want to make sure. All right. Would anyone like to make a motion?
This is Commissioner Toma. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, Commissioner Toma, we can.
I have a question about that Luke letter because I must be reading it wrong, but it seems to be addressed to R135. I believe Darren had said it was addressed to industrial. I was just reading it now. So I don't know if, I'm trying not to read it again, but I read it yesterday and it seemed that Luke was against the higher density.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Toma, it specifically indicates they're proposed to residential inside the high noise or accident potential zone, the MAMF overlay, which would be everything to the east of what's being rezoned R135. That's item 1, the third paragraph, item 1. Originally, there may have been some proposed residential over the entire site at one time, but that letter says they're opposed to residential inside of Luke Air Force Aux 1 65 LDN. That's incompatible. But that is not what is before you for vote today.
Did that satisfy your concern or question, Commissioner Toma?
Yes, it's just when I put the Luke noise overlay on the lot, it looked like that was covering a portion of this parcel that we're voting on today. And maybe I read that or I saw that incorrectly.
The applicant is saying that it does not, but I'll let her speak to that. I'm not
Well,
gonna put words in her mouth.
Mr. Chairman, before the applicant speaks, I do note that the map that there is a map in the narrative that shows the noise contour and the area in question, and it does appear to encroach, but that is just a mapping issue.
Right.
They have drawn the boundary for everything other than access to coincide with the noise contour.
And Mr. Chair, one additional clarification. Our original application did have some what I'll call bleed over into the 65 LDN, which is why that reference in the letter, we since have modified it out of respect for Luke's concerns. So I believe we are fully in compliance with Luke's concerns.
Thank you. Anything else, Commissioner Toma?
No, thank you.
All right. From anyone else? Not, we'll entertain motions.
Okay, I make a motion that case Z 2023-060 be approved.
All right. Our motion from Commissioner Layton. Do we have a second?
You can move the whole consent,
Oh, the whole consent agenda. Yes.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just tell me how I
Okay.
phrase it.
Yeah. Just say motion to approve as presented by staff.
Agenda.
The consent agenda.
I would make a motion to approve as presented by staff.
All right. Do we have a second?
I'll make a second.
Thank you, Commissioner Hernandez. We have a second. Let's go ahead and take a vote.
Commissioner Finter,
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez,
Yes.
Commissioner Layton,
Yes.
Commissioner Milhaven,
Yes.
Commissioner Toma,
Yes.
Commissioner Whitney,
Yes.
Chairman Lindblom.
Yes.
Chairman, we have a motion recommending approval of the consent agenda by a vote of 7-0.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for helping us get those questions answered. We will now move into regular agenda. I'm not sure who's presenting number 4, but staff would present that.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, SU 24007, known as Wrangler's Roost in District 3, is a special use permit for an event venue rental facility, the Rural 43 zoning district on an acre, generally located northeast of the northeast corner of New River Road and 27th Avenue in New River. This is part of a larger compound under similar ownership control. The proposal is to use one of 3 short-term rentals on the larger compound as an event center. It could be a short-term rental for special events, which statute would not allow a short-term rental for special events without this type of zoning entitlement. The subject building to be the event center is a historic landmark. It's a stagecoach site. There's organized opposition, at least 10 properties in opposition. The recommendation in paragraph 20 is for approval. And I'll note certain conditions of SUP would be a 5-year SUP validity period. It would be weekends only. Hours of events would be 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. They would need to renovate the single-family residence for commercial or seek ADA accessible restroom building, which would be a new build. And it would be subject to a maximum 100% attendance. Having said that, the applicant wishes to further look at modifying their proposal, and they have a handout before you today requesting an indefinite continuance.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions first? Does the commission have any questions for Darren at this time? Hearing none, we will take a vote on whether we will do an indefinite continuance. I guess we need a motion to do that, but
Yeah, Chairman Lindblom, this is Commissioner Hernandez. I'd like to make a motion to recommend indefinite continuance on SU 240007.
all right. We have a motion by Commissioner Hernandez for an indefinite continuance for SU 24007. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, we'll go with Commissioner Layton because I heard her first. She's sitting next to me on the second, and we'll go ahead and take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Finter,
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez,
Yes.
Commissioner Layton,
Yes.
Commissioner Milhaven,
Yes.
Commissioner Toma,
Yes.
Commissioner Whitney,
Yes.
Vice Chair Lindblom.
Yes.
Chairman, we have a motion for a continuance by a vote of 7-0.
Thank you. All right, moving on to agenda item number 5, Z240006, Gold Hawk at the Preserve, if staff would present.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, this is in District 2. It's 1,940 acres at the Burntwater Road and SR 87 intersection to the north and east and northwest of that in the Fort McDowell Goldfield Ranch area. The proposal is rezoning from Rural 190, Rural 70 RUPD and Rural 43 RUPD and R18 RUPD to Rural 43 RUPD. So it'd be a unified zoning over the entire site at a lower intensity. The proposed density would be capped to 0.36 dwellings per acre. There is organized opposition as well as 72 letters of support, 34 letters of opposition. I'm sorry, 72 items in opposition representing 34 properties in a petition signature with 114 opposition signatures. The recommendation is approval in paragraph 27, subject conditions A through G. Again, having said that, the applicant is requesting this matter be continued to May 8th to ensure adequate notice to adjacent jurisdictions.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, I've heard concerns. There was some notice. There were concerns of notice, and I appreciate the applicant being willing to continue to make sure that everyone has time to vet out and talk, and we've got meetings set up. It'll be good. All right, so hearing that, I do have 2 comments if necessary from some of those in the audience, but I don't know that we're going to need to do that. So any questions at this time for the commission, from the commission to staff? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to continue this.
Chairman Limblom's, Commissioner Hernandez, I'll make a motion to recommend continuance to 5/8 case Z 240006.
All right, a motion to continue to May 8th. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, second by Commissioner Layton. Let's do a roll call vote.
Commissioner Finter,
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez,
Yes.
Commissioner Layton,
Yes.
Commissioner Milhaven,
Yes.
Commissioner Toma,
Yes.
Commissioner Whitney,
Yes.
Chairman Limblom.
Yes.
Chairman, we have a motion recommending a continuance by a vote of 7-0.
Thank you. That concludes our regular agenda items. Are there any other matters?
No, sir.
All right, with no other matters, we'll go ahead and adjourn at 9:53. Thank you everyone for being here today.